today to talk about rest and recovery. My name is Ben Rollenhagen. I work in the Center for the Enhancement of Physical Education Programming, and I'm here with my friend Mike.
My name is Mike Wilczek. I am a national level bodybuilder. I've been a personal trainer for the last 4.5 years, and I am studying at Central Michigan University in the physical education program.
There you have it. Like I said earlier, today we're going to talk about rest and recovery. So Mike, let's just get right to the point. Why would someone need to rest and or recover in related to activity?
Well, I think it falls right in with the overload principle. If you're putting a stress that your body's not used to, it's going to have to recover in order to grow and adapt to those changes that you're making. If I come in here and I start curling a 5-pound dumbbell, I can go all day. I'm not going to get bigger. I'm not going to have to recover. I'm not going to have to rest. I'm not going to get sore. I'm not going to break down the muscle. And it's going to, in order for the muscle to grow and adapt and be able to do it better next time or get stronger, I'm going to have to give myself ample recovery time.
So there it is. You got to rest and recover in order to let them be prepared for more work later on. Okay, so what affects how long you have to recover?
Well, it all depends on the intensity of the exercise. So if you do it 6 times, that typically means that you're getting very close to your max with whatever exercise you might be doing that 80-pound dumbbell with. So it's going to require you more time to recuperate. You typically see endurance athletes able to do more volume and train muscle groups more frequently than you would see a power lifter, a bodybuilder, an Olympic lifter, or even any kind of athlete that uses explosive movements, because they tend to work near their maxes. They tend to use a lot heavier weights, either that or just higher intensity in their cardiovascular exercise, so they're going to have to give themselves a lot more recovery time.
So there's different types of overload, and depending on the specific exercise you're doing, if you overload more, you're going to need more time to recover. So they say that there's a 24-hour to 48 window that you're going to want to let your muscles rest, and that your muscles won't typically recover between 48 and 96 hours.
I think in my line of training, I always give myself an entire week to recover. So I might train chest and triceps on Mondays, which I do, and I will not train my chest and triceps again until the following Monday. So I have a full 7-day recovery. I require a lot more time in that aspect, not only because of the muscle repair, but also because if you're lifting that heavy, it also takes a big toll on your nervous system.
Right. So you're saying when you need more time, you mean to recover? Because in the weight room, I mean, you actually use less time, don't you? So you talked a little bit earlier about how if you do one set good enough, that you typically don't need to spend any more time on it later that week.
That's right.
Tell me a little more about that.
I believe in the less is more principle. It's called the high intensity training principles. So for an exercise, I mean, I'll do a couple warm-up sets, but I'm really only doing one working set. So I will have one set, and basically what it's doing is it's efficiency over the time spent in the gym. So what I will do is I will do one set, and I'll be doing pretty much the work of 3 to 4 sets in that one set, just because it's so heavy and I'm training to failure. Okay.
So you take advantage of your time in the weight room, and you use it wisely.
You don't need to go and spend 3 to 4 hours in the weight room like a lot of people assume bodybuilders do. Typically, your best bodybuilders are in and out of the weight room anywhere between half an hour, 45 minutes. I would say my average workout probably only has a total of maybe 15 minutes or less of my actual working sets where I'm fatiguing the muscle. But as long as you fatigue the muscle, it doesn't matter if it takes 2 minutes or an hour. All you have to do is fatigue the muscle, overload it, and then give it time to recover so it can adapt for the next workout and get bigger.
Okay, that's well put. Well put. If we look at the 2 types of recovery, you could say there's long-term and short-term. What's the best way to recover short-term?
Short-term, it has a lot to do with nutrition. Obviously, every night you should be getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep. But then right after your workout, you have a window of opportunity, per se, of about 40 to 45 minutes where your body is going to uptake pretty much all the nutrients that you put into it, because it's really hungry after that workout. So you want to have something like a simple sugar in order to refill glycogen stores. It's very important. I would rather miss a workout than miss a meal. If you're training intensely enough, taking time off more so is going to help you than hinder you.
Well, they also say, I mean, along with nutrition, they say exercise. Light exercise right after for short-term recovery. What advice do you have to say about that?
I have used it a little bit, and it does work. Sometimes I use it if I'm feeling really sore and my muscles are really tight. I might go into the gym the next day and do a few light sets, like super light sets, in order to just put some blood flow back into the muscle, because that blood flow is what's carrying the nutrients. And then you can stretch the muscle, get more blood flow, and reduce some of that soreness, and help the muscle recover. So in terms of short term, if you want to do something like that, that's definitely more than acceptable.
The research out there right now also says that you finish like a long run, you recover faster if you continue to jog than if you just stop and walk. The overall idea is that you want to give your body enough time and, like you said, nutrients to recover. Really good.
The most important aspect of long-term recovery is the fact that after training for a few months at a time, like typically anywhere from 2 to 4 months at a time, you want to take a week off where you literally do nothing or just very, very light exercise. A lot of people think this is going to be a regression, but if you're training intensely enough and you're training right, you would typically come back not only physically refreshed and typically have more gains, but you'll also be mentally refreshed.
We found out that it's important to recover and to make it easy for your body to recover by getting enough rest and nutrition. But tell me, why is it not important to speed it up? You want to help your body recover, but you don't want to speed it up. Why is that?
Well, really, there is no way to speed up your body's recovery. It's not like if I go and pound 10,000 good calories tonight, I'm going to come back in here and be able to train.
You're ready to go right back where I was, right?
I mean, your body's just going to take time. You have to remember, it's a process. It's like construction work. I mean, you're basically adding more tissue to your body. It's going to take time for those proteins to build.
Another point I guess you want to make is injury prevention. You don't want to come back too quickly, and like you said, there's a certain amount of time that your body needs to recover. Regardless if you try and speed it up, and you said even if you eat more, your body still needs time. If you overload it, it still needs time to recover. How many people do you know that get injured when they think they're recovered, or they try and start too early, they try and get back into it?
Oh, this is so common in bodybuilding. I've gotten injuries pre-contest. I know tons of people have gotten injuries pre-contest. If you look up any of the pro bodybuilders, that's when it happened. Again, with the overtraining, the less nutrition, your immune system takes a big dip. It is so imperative. Sometimes it's even better to stay on the cautious side, and if you're starting to feel effects of like tired, less motivation, soreness, little strains here and there, aches and pains.
So there you have it. I mean, we've got the less is more saying that, you work hard in the weight room, that's all you need. Give yourself time to recover. That people want results fast. They want them now. They want the immediate gratification.
If they take the time to rest now, they'll get to those results quicker than
if they were injured.
And
then they're trying to backtrack and get back.
Especially as you progress. So you have to learn to listen to your body, how you feel each day. I just sleep, recover, and make sure I'm getting my nutrition in. Like I said, more is not better, more is just more.
All right, well, we thank you for joining us. Hopefully you've learned a lot about rest and recovery, the importance of it. Thanks to my buddy Mike. You'll stay injury-free. You'll get to those gains when you want them.